Hi there and welcome to Wednesday, Q&A Wednesday. Hey, I know it happens so fast every week, and then of course I get all busy and try to hop on here. So have a great topic tonight. I get all my questions and all my ideas from you guys. And so tonight we're talking about the secret to success when it comes to health goals. So it's actually not that big of a secret. So I don't know I know that's what everybody's looking for. They're thinking there's got to be something I'm missing. And I'm not going to lie. I think it's kind of funny when I see some things. And, I know some really great people. I've worked with some great people over time. But I find it's really interesting that when I teach the truth about how bodies work and what is really, truly required in order for you to, quote unquote, lose weight, which, again, those of you that know me, I know I hate that term. That it's still, when they don't see these crazy immense results that apparently we're supposed to be seeing, they go try all these other ideas, like all these different diets that are available. Well, there's so many stupid fads but you know what, science is science, and the body responds in a specific way, and really it's all about a formula. If you can figure out what it is and how your body responds, it's pretty easy to figure out what your formula is. And when things don't work, there's a variable that you obviously need to change, and it might be something that you're not thinking about. It could be even something as easy as a hormonal change within your body. So keep that in mind, that I don't know. I sometimes I feel like I'm just banging my head against the wall, repeating myself, but yet people think that if they make the same choices over and over and over again, at some point something's going to change, like some amazing diet. Oh, well, if the paleo diet doesn't work, maybe the keto diet. You guys, you realize the keto diet is just Atkins all over again. They're just calling it something different and selling it to you in a different form. So when it comes to the secrets of success, it's a no-brainer. And you can roll your eyes at me all you want, because I've been rolling my eyes all week from all the funny, interesting things that people see or the things that pop up on Facebook. I'm just going, I don't know if I can watch this garbage anymore. It just gets on my nerves. But when we talk about the secret of success, especially when it comes to health goals, you guys, it's consistency. That's it. Like, big word, consistency. If you think about what that means, consistency is doing the same thing, making small changes and doing those, or creating a habit even over time, but doing those things long enough that you will actually see the change. You can't just, give it 3 weeks and think that you're going to make big extreme changes and then keep them if you do something different or keep changing, everything. And really it comes down to, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to lose weight, or are you trying to actually burn fat and maybe get smaller and tighter? I mean, I can lose weight real fast, but it's going to be muscle, because that's predominantly what my body is. I know what my body fat percentage is. So just to kind of, I'm just going to, as Mike says right there, he's like, straight talk. I'm like, you know what, you guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You can watch all the garbage on TV and think, oh, well, 1,200 calories. Why am I not losing weight? Well, because your body thinks you're starving, honey. I at least 3 to 4 times a week tell somebody that. They say, well, I'm eating this and that and everything else. I'm like, yeah, your body thinks you're starving. Even my competitor clients, some of them struggled to get all the food in the first few weeks. I'm going, but here's the deal. If you don't get it in, I can't walk you down. Because if you've got 50 pounds to lose and you start at 1,200 calories, I can't walk you down. Your body is, yeah, you might lose weight in the beginning, but at some point you're going to plateau, because that's what your metabolism comes to match. I've had to actually build people's metabolism before we can even walk them down. So, you guys can think I'm crazy, but look at my people. They see results, and that's how I know that it works. And part of it is just doing enough research and education that I, put common sense into it, right? It's, the research is there, the science is there, and then I see the experience and what happens for everybody. And then I put 2 and 2 together, use some common sense, which apparently nobody has these days, and figure out, wow, okay, well, that makes sense. If we start somebody out who has 50 pounds to lose, and maybe they weigh 250 pounds, if I start them at about, 2,600 calories, which seems like a lot, but again, the smaller the car, the smaller the gas tank, I can walk them down. Okay, and I totally am off on a tangent, because I'm just in one of those moods today. I'm just kind of annoyed. So let's go back to consistency, because that is the secret to success. So let's talk about, what consistency is. There's a few quotes that I picked up that I love hearing them. It's always amazing that sometimes you hear things over and over and over, and then when you need to hear them, they pop back up. And here's a couple of things about it. So just food for thought. Consistency is all about repetition, right? That's great if you can go to the gym 5 days a week for the first 3 weeks of the new year for your New Year's resolution. But if that's all you make it and then you don't keep going, you're not going to get where you want to go. You're better off to go 2 days a week for 30 minutes. Start small, build that habit. And then once you get to the point where you're seeing results, you're feeling good, you like exercise because it feels right. It feels good. You feel amazing when you're done. Then you'll stick with it. And that's where habits are born. So this is from Tony Robbins. He says, it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives. It's what we do consistently, right? Successful people do some very specific things. That's why Stephen Covey writes The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Also, we are what we repeatedly do. That's from Aristotle. So this is not a new thing. This is age old from the beginning of time. This is my favorite. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out, right? If you want to lose weight, you have to do some cardio, some strength training. You got to better your nutrition. You got to get enough sleep. You got to reduce stress. And you have to do that on a regular basis. You can't just do that for a week. That's why I recommend that you make 1 or 2 small changes at a time, right? I would say that the biggest reason why New Year's resolutions don't work is because people make these great big giant plans. Like, I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week and I'm going to eat like 1,100 nothing calories. And I'm going to, all these crazy things. How can you keep up with that, right? That means you have to completely revamp and change your schedule to fit that. And as soon as something, an obstacle comes up, some sort of stressor comes up, and you realize, wow, that is just so unrealistic for me to keep up with, for some odd reason, there's no happy medium. People think, well, I can either do all of this or nothing. There's no, okay, again, how about let's go to the gym a couple days a week. Let's take a new class. Let's add healthy foods to our diet instead of removing all the bad ones. Once you start to add healthy foods, the bad ones will kind of start to work their way out because you start to like healthy food. Amazing, isn't it? So the last one that I saw that I really liked was, if you are persistent, you will get it. If you are consistent, you will keep it. Pretty good, right? So, small habits if done every day over the course of a year can actually really lead to some big results. Instead of thinking about your goals as a 3-month New Year's resolution, think of it as, okay, what can I accomplish in a year, right? Think of it as a bigger goal and then break it down into monthly pieces where, again, you got to start somewhere. So even if I know with my schedule that I can make it to the gym this many days a week, or it might not even be in the gym. Maybe you're just going to take the kids for a walk every day or walk the dog, or just make 1 or 2 small changes that don't overwhelm you. It takes you long enough just to get that into a routine, but then you can build on it, right? You start to see success, your body starts to change, you start to see results, you feel better. And then instead of trying to do all these crazy things and crash hard and fail, you do a couple of things, you see success, and then you add something else to it. And that's how consistency comes about. So Duke University in a study said that habits form 45% of our total behavior. So whatever it is that you currently do now is where you're going. So if you consistently eat pizza, your body is going to be made up of pizza, right? It's your body. We can see the results, right? That's why, when I have clients or, we'll just say clients who aren't seeing results, I know exactly what the problem is. But of course, I'm the coach and not the babysitter. So a lot of times I have to convince them to make some of those small changes. And a lot of times it's just from day one, I'm just telling them, just, drink more water. That's all I need you to do. Don't try to revamp anything. Just drink more water, and I'll see you on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then once they get that down, okay, now I want you to track your food. I don't want you to change anything. I just want you to pay attention because I need you to learn what those numbers mean and what macros are and all these other things that most people don't even know what that means. I can ask somebody. I had to giggle the other day. I was talking to a little gal, super cute, and she's like, well, I know that I'm doing great on eating healthy. And I'm like, okay, so how many calories are you eating? Oh, well, I don't know. I said, okay, well, how many grams of protein are you eating? Oh, well, I don't know that either. So, sometimes it's just hard enough to track. You make those small changes in the beginning, and we can build on that. I find it really fascinating that people think that, hey, by chance, those people that are in shape, that just happened by chance, right? They're just lucky. They just have the right type of metabolism. I actually somebody told me the other day that I must have a crazy, amazing metabolism. No, I'm an endomorph. I put on fat really fast if I'm not careful. So yeah, I might have a higher metabolism because I've built it, but that was not in my DNA. Okay, so it's not by chance. You have to be healthy, you have to actually live on purpose. So my tips to you is that you do have to start small. You have to start with some small changes because again, over time, those small changes will equal big results. I would much rather see my clients, I have to tell them it's not how quickly you take it off. It's how long can you keep it off. In this day and age, I know we want to see just these amazing, we want to see it yesterday before we even put time into it. And my thought is, how can you undo 30 years or 3 decades worth of eating crap and garbage in 3 weeks and think that you're going to be ripped? It just does. Science can't even do that for you. Versus if you would have just cut out sugar and soda and drank more water and maybe added vegetables to your diet in 1 year, you probably would have gotten much, much further than trying to make those huge changes. I had a little client, a little gal, it's been a while, and bless her heart, she was amazing, but she wanted to see results faster. So I said, okay, well, here's what you have to do. You're going to have to go to the gym this many days a week, and you're gonna have to eat this way. And she realized after a couple of weeks of that in no way would her lifestyle allow her to do that and still be functional and not want to scream. So again, you have to be able to work it into your lifestyle and what you're already doing. So hi guys, I know you guys are all popping in there. I'm so excited. I'm just chatty today. So I'm kind of running away with my mouth today, I guess. So if you pick one habit at a time, you're going to have much, much better success because it's much easier to change and stick with it when it's one little habit at a time. And also, it's okay to use a schedule. As a matter of fact, it's probably absolutely necessary to use a schedule because if you wait till the end of the day when you are absolutely drop dead tired and you realize I still have to go to the gym, but you haven't prepared anything, you don't have your gym clothes with you, and the TV in the bed sounds a whole lot better than going to the gym, you're not going to make it. But if you've actually got a buddy there waiting for you, or you've paid a trainer that is expecting you to show up, you're going to show up because you don't want to waste your time or your money. And so that's why I tell people, it's like, for me to do well, I have to invest in myself. I still pay a trainer. I still pay a coach because I want to get somewhere. And I know that it's really easy to let myself off. It's too easy to justify really quickly, right? So couple more changes, things to think about, small habits that make such a huge deal. Guys, it's easy as drink more water. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it just absolutely blows me away how many people don't even get 50 ounces a day. I mean, it's just not enough. Your body is predominantly made of water, and if you are dehydrated all the time, your body can't even work efficiently, let alone allow you to drop fat. So change your environment. If you are unhappy with where you're at, in order to be consistent, you might have to put yourself in a different place. You might have to change, put your workout clothes at the foot of your bed or in front of your door in the morning. You're a whole lot more likely to get your workout in if you trip on them going out the door in the morning than if they're still in the drawer and you don't think twice about it. Surround yourself with people that have similar goals or similar lifestyles so that you hear about those, hi Kenny, you hear about their successes and they're cheering for you. They say you become like the 5 closest people to you. So why not surround yourself with people who are where you want to be, or at least who are definitely trying and are motivating. We talked about starting small, one habit at a time. And I would say I've got 2 really, really good tips. Turn off the TV and turn off the social media. And I know that I'm on social media right now, so I know that sounds kind of ridiculous. However, there's been studies that show how much time we spend online and watching TV. It's a lot of time. When people don't tell me that they have time to go to the gym, I call crap on that. You know what? I show people how to use a schedule, how to mark out what they have that's important, and how much time they really do have available if they want to. You might have to sacrifice some things like TV time. Guys, that's what DVRs are for. If you really want to see something, DVR it. I watch TV when I have maybe a little bit of time on the weekends, and I DVR. I only have 2 shows that I even DVR. Big Bang Theory and like Cake Wars and stuff like that, just because, I don't know, because I'm weird and I like food porn, I guess. So that's Drew. That is what That's what DVRs are for, right? Your cooking shows. You can actually DVR that and watch that when you actually have, or set aside time. That could be one of your rewards. Hey, I've worked out 5 times this week. I'm going to sit down for 45 minutes on Saturday and I'm actually going to watch. I record Big Bang Theory so I can binge watch it and go through the commercials super fast so I can watch like 3 episodes in like no time at all. So wake up earlier would be my other idea. You know, yeah, sleep is important. You got to make sure that you're getting to sleep. But if you're somebody who doesn't really need to be up till 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you do regularly stay up till that time, you just might have to revamp yourself. You know, you got to make some choices here. You know, it might be that you have to, like I said, you might have to sacrifice some things. And Adrienne's just hopped on and she goes, if she can get to the gym, anybody can, which is absolutely true because I know that girl's schedule and she is amazing. Bless her heart. Wow. Yeah. And she still gets it done. So no excuses. And that's why I love my life. You know, when people say, well, I've got kids, I'm like, yeah, what's your point? So do I. Well, I've got, you know, a job. Yeah. Well, I have 3. So what's your point? You can't tell me anything that I don't understand. I've just learned how to prioritize a little bit better than most. So back to our topic tonight and final thoughts here. It's no secret, guys. You just have to do the right things day in and day out long enough till you see the results, and not just see them, but learn how to keep them. That's why I pretty much tell you every time, it can't be a short-term goal. It has to be a lifestyle, and you can't do that overnight. It takes time. I know they say like 21 days to make a habit. I'm going to tell you that's crap. It actually takes longer than that. I'm going to tell you closer to 90. And then it takes even longer than that to create the lifestyle. So, you know, you might try a new habit every 21 days, build on top of each other as long as you feel like, you know, you've got that down. And then by 90 days, you might have 3 or 4 things that you've accomplished that you haven't done in a long time. And if something gets you a little off, like Kenny's hopping on and telling me he's got pneumonia. Why, honey? That's not good. You need to get some rest, right? You know, sometimes things will throw a wrench in there. Being sick, you know, there's definitely going to be some obstacles. That doesn't mean you quit. That means you get through it and you start over again and you control what you can control. If you're injured, you can still control your food and what you're putting in your face. So, you know, keep that in mind. It's doable. It has to be a choice. It has to be a priority, and it takes some discipline. That would be the other side of consistency, is you have to do it long after the fun and the motivation and the mood has left you. So that being said, I see lots of people hopping up there. Thanks for your feedback there. Yeah, so Robert says, make a million excuses or make $1 million, but you can't make both. I agree with that. So Kenny, I hope you get better, bud. That sucks. Hang in there. I'm cheering for you. We just need to get you some good vitamins in you. So have a good evening, guys. We'll talk to you next week.